I've used the OnePlus 5 for well over 2 weeks now. This is my full review coming up right now. Let's go. Hello to the OnePlus 5, dubbed the flagship killer. This comes with a 5.5-inch optic AMOLED HD display. This is 1920 by 1080, a Snapdragon 835 CPU coupled with 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 3300 milliamp hour battery inside, and a dual camera setup, 16 plus 20 megapixel lens. Now, taking a look at the rear side, you can see this is a aluminum body coupled with Gorilla Glass 5 on the front. This is scratch resistant as well, has an oleophobic coating as well, and on the front bottom you're going to see a very fast capacitive fingerprint scanner. No iris scanning tech, but the speed of this fingerprint scanner makes up for that. At the left, you're going to see volume rockers, and above that, you're going to see a silent switch that is ridged, so it makes it very easy to use here for the OnePlus 5. Now on the front side, we're going to see a 16 megapixel camera. This also takes very sharp pictures. I did a full camera review. You could check that out on the channel as well. At the bottom, we have ourselves a speaker grill all the way off to the left, USB-C fast storage in the front, and a 3.5 millimeter headset jack all the way to the right. Now that display does get plenty bright outdoors here. It is 401 pixels per inch to be exact, and it's sharp enough, but I have seen sharper displays on some of the 2K panels from other competitors. So it's going to be a good display, just not the best in the world, but it's still very good. And what's really nice about it is the software enhancements that come with it. So you have modes like reading mode, screen calibration, lift up display. There's a lot going on here that you could tweak with this display. The standout feature to me was the reading mode, because I'd love to read on my smartphone. You might differ, but you can go ahead and select whatever app you want, and it will make the OnePlus 5 automatically put it into a grayscale mode. So once I go into this application here, for example, it's going to go into a grayscale mode, and it's going to make it much easier for you to read. So people who like to read on their smartphones a lot, this is going to be a really nice feature for you. Coming out of there, it will automatically switch back to color mode on your OnePlus 5. Also, we have the included adaptive brightness, which automatically adjusts your phone to the lighting conditions. In addition, screen calibration allows you to change into the sRGB modes, DCI-P3, and custom color modes, making it the exact temperature you would like on your smartphone. So this is a really nice feature for those of you who like to tweak the color of your phone. Also, you have default light and dark theme modes here on the OnePlus 5, so you can really see it at any time. So this is a really nice software enhancement that comes with this display here. In addition to that, you also have accent colors, and you can change the sample text, you can change the font size, the display size. This display, while not the best in the world, it's very customizable, and I think you guys are going to love that. One of the features I really liked was the ability to pull the OnePlus 5 out of my pocket and see what time it was. It reminded me a lot of the Moto features. It's a very nice feature to see that lift-up display included here on the OnePlus 5. Now, it also gets very bright, so it's plenty bright enough for me, well over 450 nits of brightness here, so that's good enough in my opinion. Though in terms of software here on the OnePlus 5, you are going to get Android 7.1.1 Nougat out of the box. You also are going to get Oxygen OS, which OnePlus layered over the top of it and really just adds smart enhancements to the phone, such as gestures. You also get the ability to change the buttons from on the screen to off the screen. Just a lot of enhancements to just make the experience of stock Android that much better. Using this and using a Nokia 6, which has a more stock-like feel, I enjoy the OnePlus phone actually a little bit more, and OnePlus has really been on it pushing out updates. So you're gonna get a very silky smooth experience, no jelly effect in my experience, as people have been saying it does have. Now also, OnePlus decided to throw in some nice wallpapers, so if you're somebody who likes to see some nice wallpapers on your phone out of the box, you get a healthy amount here, and they're pretty decent looking nonetheless. Now getting more into performance, Snapdragon 835, again, like I said, I decided to pick up the 6 GB of RAM model, and this thing has just been a boss in speed. Now if you go with the 8 gig, you're probably getting even better speed. I don't know how much better. It's not going to be that much better, but this phone is a rocket, super quick, fastest phone I have used this entire year. So if you're looking for speed, this is your phone right here. You could just stop the review right here if you're looking for speed. Now for camera, this is a 16 megapixel main lens, 20 megapixel telephoto lens, as I spoke about earlier, and there's two ways you can access this camera. So from the lock screen, you have that bottom right corner app icon, or you can double click the power button to access the quick launch feature. Now there is a 1.6x optical zoom, but it does show 2x. I think that's a little dishonest, it is 1.6x, and this will go up to 10x here on the OnePlus 5's digital telephoto zoom. In addition to that, you do have the Pro mode. Now, Pro mode is going to allow you to tweak and enhance your photos to the liking that you want them at. And OnePlus has been pushing out software updates, making this camera even better and more stable. Now, that front-facing camera is going to give you 16 megapixels, and it looks plenty sharp. One of the best front-facing cameras I've seen on any smartphone. In addition, you can shoot up to 20 photos in the burst mode, and it just shoots photos very fast. So you're not going to have no issues missing your subject. But if you want a more in-depth samples, all that stuff, I did a full camera review on the OnePlus 5. Links are down below in the description area to check out them videos on the channel. Now, in terms of the battery life has actually been really good. I've been actually quite impressed with the battery life on the OnePlus 5. I can get through the day, and what impresses me is how fast it charges and then gets you through so much of your day. So this is a good battery life phone. I don't think it lasts in terms of longevity the longest on the market, but it definitely charges fast, which makes up for it. So it's a good battery life phone. You're gonna have no issues there. Now, the speaker placement is questionable on the OnePlus 5, but it luckily gets pretty loud and has some pretty good mids and highs. Now, the 3.5mm headset jack is probably my preferred method, although not a quad DAC in here, so it's not gonna give you super high res audio, but it gets the job done. And ringtones, you're not gonna have no issues hearing people's ringtones. It's gonna be fine if somebody's calling you and stuff like that. And speaking of that, what is the call quality like on this phone? And I found it to be really good in terms of talking to people on the phone. What I didn't like though is that the signal strength wasn't the best I've seen on a smartphone. So keep that in mind. It gives you great voice when you have a good signal, but it's not the best signal strength in the world here for the OnePlus 5. You might be thinking that this is an overly positive review. I'm not giving any credits to the things that, the OnePlus 5 doesn't offer, and I want to talk about those here first. So no water resistance, the same display as its predecessor, no design changes like a full, resolution 18:9 aspect ratio display, and a higher price, not offering much more than the 3T. So those are my negatives with the OnePlus 5, but my positives are that it's a super silky software, super fast performance, and better than average battery life, dual cameras, and the cheapest Snapdragon 835 CPU phone you can buy. So overall, my final verdict is, if you're looking for a phone that's going to give you pretty much everything that the best flagships are going to give you, besides the sexiest design, besides a 2K display, besides some, rugged water resistant features, in terms of the software, performance, battery life like that, the OnePlus 5 offers all of that. And I think you can't go wrong with this phone if you're looking for the best mid-ranger you can buy right now. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, click the like button for me. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. This was the OnePlus 5. Be sure to be well, and peace.